Thanks, Hugo. Arsenal are preparing to take on PSV Eindhoven in the Champions League for the first leg of their last 16 matches. They can't win a domestic cup this year and have drifted in their race for the Premier League title, currently sitting 13 points behind Liverpool in a distant second place. Despite this, manager Mikel Arteta is backing his team to deliver in Europe.
You feel it in the atmosphere and the energy of the place. It's something else because it's a competition you don't play weekly and you play in a moment where you are in or you are out. And that gives you urgency and it gets the best out of you for sure.
That match is kicking off at 8 o'clock tonight. Millwall are also playing Bristol City in the Championship this evening. It's their first match since losing 3-1 to Crystal Palace on Saturday after a controversial foul from goalkeeper Liam Roberts. He's received a 3-match ban for the challenge, which seriously injured Palace striker Jean-Philippe Mateta, who did require hospital treatment. The club had until 1 p.m. this afternoon to appeal Roberts' red card, but it's not believed that they challenged the decision. Elsewhere in the EFL this evening, Charlton will look to consolidate their playoff position in League One at home to Barnsley, while Leyton Orient could join them in the top 6 if they win away at Rotherham. In League 2, Bromley host Doncaster, whilst 5th place Wimbledon are away to Morecambe. And in tennis, the draw for Indian Wells released overnight has thrown up potentially huge matches for several British players. Jack Draper could be set to play fellow Brit Jacob Fernley, who must first get through a tough match against young Brazilian João Fonseca. And if Emma Raducanu wins her opener, she'll take on fellow US Open winner Coco Gauff. Sports reporter Ben Rolfe says he's excited to see what the match could look like.
A potential matchup between Emma Raducanu and Coco Gauff in the second round is a daunting prospect for Raducanu, but it would no doubt be a great watch. It's a chance to prove how mentally strong she is following the stalking incident, but it's also a chance to show that she is still one of the top young players in the world and can compete against one of the heavyweights of the tournament.
In the last few minutes, India have just reached the final of cricket's Champions Trophy. They beat Australia in Dubai by 4 wickets and will face either South Africa or New Zealand, who meet in the second semi-final tomorrow. And finally, Rugby Union and the Men's Six Nations return this weekend for their penultimate round. England are still in with a chance of winning this year, but Steve Borthwick's side have received some criticism for a so-called lack of flair in their opening defeat and 2 narrow victories so far in the Championship. They face Italy next at Twickenham on Sunday, and flanker Tom Curry admits there is room for improvement.
In terms of do we want to play better? Do we want to attack better? Absolutely, of course. Do we want to say, let's do it like the Prem? No, it doesn't work like that. So, yeah, we're not naive at all. But, yeah, I think that's the exciting bit, is where can we take it rather than a negativity.
The other Six Nations fixtures this weekend see Scotland play Wales, while the top 2 sides meet in Dublin as Ireland host France.